So the ECB ACO produce a leaflet, which is also online, which is all about ground weather and light, which is the best advice you can get really as how to deal with things. It tells you all various steps, how to get involved, who to get involved with, and how to deal with matters. So the next part of ground weather and light I think it's important to talk about would be rain. Rain, obviously, if you're not on the field and it's raining, that's easy, you stay off the field. However, if you're on the field and it starts to rain, how long do you play for until you come off? Again, if it's chucking it down, you don't consider it. But often you get a little bit of rain in the air, a little bit of sort of drizzle, and that's where it's very difficult to make a decision. Now, the worst thing you can do is stay up there too long, because you find the ball gets wet, the pitch will start getting wet, and the game will start becoming affected as a result, and it'll spoil the game. So the best way to deal with it is if you've got a bit of drizzle and you're not sure what to do, speak to your colleague and decide to put a time limit on how long you're going to stay out there. And I would suggest you either do it for say 5 minutes, or you might want to say do 2 overs. It's probably easier to do overs than it is minutes, because you would probably not stop halfway through an over. So I would say 2 overs, call it 2 overs. And if in that time, and most of the time, the situation would have actually sorted itself out. Either it would have stopped raining, or it would have got heavier, and so your decision maker. If, however, that doesn't happen, and after 2 overs nothing's changed, come off. And again, you wouldn't go back on until conditions are improved. Now, one thing about rain that people think you can't do, but you actually can, is starting rain. People think you can't ever start in rain. A lot of umpires say, you can't start in rain. Well, most of the time that actually is true. However, if it would benefit the game for you to start in rain, then you can. But I would say it would have to be under circumstances where you can see all around you, and you've got maybe a strong wind, and you know that the rain will be passing within 1 or 2 overs of you starting. So it's not going to affect anything. Or it may be a simple case of a game is very, very likely to conclude within a couple of overs, and you may feel that it's satisfactory to go out and complete the game because the game's not going to take long to conclude, and the rain is not going to affect it. So you can start in rain under certain circumstances, but make sure if you are going to do it that you're not going to be in a situation where you're out there for half an hour or more, I wouldn't even say that, 15 minutes or more in rain. So you've got to be pretty confident that either the game's going to conclude or the rain's going to conclude within a few minutes. So that's really the important elements of rain and the ground. And obviously the ground can be affected during the game. Either before the game if you've had rain, or during the game for rain, and you treat it the same either way, whether it's before the game or during the game. The same considerations apply to the game, whether you can restart it or not.